Good evening, guys. Welcome back to another video for interview preparation session. So, I will continue the question. We have already completed study some questions. So, let me go for another question. And once again, good evening. Our first question for today is we will start from basic and we will move forward to advanced level. This question has been asked in some interviews. So be focused, write your answer in the comment. I will give you 1 or 2 minutes to answer the question. Our first question for today is, what is the difference between list and array? Let me write it for you. Please write your answer in the comment below. Please write your answer in the comment. Okay. Let me tell you about list first. A list in Python is a collection of items which can be contain element of multiple data types, which may be either numeric, character, logical value, etc. It is an order collection supporting negative indexing. A list can create using square bracket containing data values, and contents of the list can be easily merged and copied using Python inbuilt functions. And what is array? Array is a vector containing homogeneous element that is belonging to the same data type. Elements are allotted with contiguous memory location, allowing easily modification. That is addition, deleting, accessing of the element. In Python, we have to use the array module to declare arrays. If the element of an array belongs to different data types, an exception incompletable data types is thrown. And let me tell you the difference between array and list. Like list can consist of element belonging to different data type, but array only consists of element belonging to the same data type. In list, no need to explicitly import a module for declaration, and for array need to import a module for declaration. And list cannot directly handle arithmetic operation, but array can directly handle arithmetic operations. And list can be nested to contain different type of element. Like we can also in a list we can have a list as an element there inside a list, that is called nested list. Array must contain either all nested element of same size. And preference for shortened sequence data type is less, and for array preference for long sequence data types. In list, great flexibility allow easily modification like addition, deleting or of data. But in array is less flexible since addition deletion has to be done by element wise. This is the basic of difference between list and array. Okay. Let me write the details of list. Right bracket. And let me tell you about array. See. processing of element. So this is list and array. I already told you about what is the difference between them. So let me move forward for our next question. This is also basic. We have already used this in multiple times. So what is task? Please write your answer in the comment below and be professional whenever you're writing the answer. Just think you are taking an interview and giving your answer. Write your answer in the professional way. I'm waiting for your answer, guys. Once again, good evening for all. I'm waiting for your answers. Okay, Panda used for data analysis. Okay. Right, Ipsita, Sandy also right. Vijay, yeah, right. So let me tell you. Panda is open source package that is most widely used for data science and data analysis and machine learning tasks. It is built on top of another package named NumPy, which provide support for multi-dimensional array. As one of the most popular data wrangling package, Panda works well with many other data science modules inside the Python ecosystem, and it is typically included in every Python distribution, from those that comes with your operating system to commercial vendor distribution like Active State, Active Python. And if you go for only definition, like what is Panda used for? So you can say in this way, like Panda is mainly used for data analysis. Pandas allow importing data from various file formats such as comma separated values like CSV, JSON file, SQL, Microsoft Excel. Pandas allow various data manipulation operations such as merging, reshaping, selecting, as well as data cleaning and data wrangling feature. Okay, then let me write the answer for you. These questions are so important. As always, I'm telling you. So give you 100% focus on this question, because maybe in next interviewer will ask you this type of question. You can create data frame using pandas also, help of dictionary list and others. Okay, this is an interesting question. Our next question will be, what is PEP 8? What is PEP 8? Please write your answer in the comment below. Okay. Waiting for your answer, guys. Okay, I will say no idea. Suddenly saying IDK. What about others? Waiting for your response. Okay, let me tell you. PEP is Python stand for Python Enhancement Proposal. The PEP 8 is basically Python style guide. It helps in writing code to a specific rule, makes it helpful for large code base, having multiple writers by bringing a uniform and predictive writing style. Like it will help you to follow the code modularity. Your code look good in this way. Whenever you are writing a code, your code should be in a beautiful format. So when you are when you will next time go after a long time, then you will easily understand that code. And in a large project, there will be multiple person working on a single project. So everyone need to follow this code modularity in a proper way. Let me tell you, like PEP 8 is a document that provides guidelines and best practice on how to write code, Python code. It is written in 2001 by Guido van Rossum, like who created Python, and Barry Ransom and Nikki Coghill. The primary focus of PEP 8 is to improve the readability and consistency of the Python code. So let me write it for you here. write code. Okay. Okay. Our next question will be come from Python. Explain range function. Please write your answer in the comment. Okay. Range function is used to give minimum and maximum limit of a number. Salome is given the answer. Okay, what about others? So let me tell you the answer. Okay. Python range function generate the immutable sequence of numbers starting from the given start integer to stop the integer. In the starting, you have to give the after this function, you have to give this first when where you want to start and the last where you want to end. It is a built-in function that return a range of objects consists of a series of integer numbers which can be iterated using a for loop. Like in simple term, range allows user to generate a series of number within a given range, depending on how many arguments user is passing to the function. And user can decide whether that series of number will begin and end, as well as how big the difference between one number and the next number. And range takes mainly three arguments. First, where you are starting, integer starting from which the sequence of integers to be returned. And the second is stop, the integer before the sequence of integer is to be returned. And the range of integer into at stop at -1. And the thing next is like step, integer value which determine the increment between each integer in the sequence. Like if you are giving the range 1, 10 and nothing, then it will start from 1 to 10. But if you are giving 1, 10 and 2 there, then every time it will go for 2. Like 1, in the return you will get 1, 3, 5 in this way. Increment will happen 2 times. Okay. Let me write this for you. Range. Again, here you can start A, comma, B, B, comma, C. A will be your start, B will be your stop, and C will be steps. Okay. This is a built-in function. For this, you don't need to import any library. This is for range function. Okay. One next question is, what are the benefit what is first, let me change the question. What is PCA? This is your question. And we also tell me the benefits of PCA. Please write your answer in the comment. Waiting for your answer, guys. Okay. Yeah, by default, for range function, it will increase by 1. Right, etc. So PCA stands for Principal Component Analysis, and it is a statistical technique used to reduce the dimensionality of the data, like reduce the number of features in the data set by selecting the most important feature and giving them weightage, doing some calculation in the back end, and that capture the maximum information about your data set. And the feature are selected on the basis of values that they cause to the output. This is the main thing. The feature are selected on the basis of the values that cause in the output. Okay. And what is the benefit? Like benefit is it will remove the correlated features. Like in a real world scenario, there is very common that you get thousands of feature in your data set. You cannot run run your algorithm on all feature. It is will be reduce the performance of your algorithm, and it will not be easy to visualize the many features in any kind of graph. So you must reduce the number of feature in your data set. When we use PCA, when we have correlated features, otherwise we will not go for PCA. You need to find out the correlation among the features for doing PCA, correlated variables. Finding the correlation manually in the thousands feature is nearly impossible. And if you go for 1,000 in real world, like there is thousands feature, so it is almost impossible. So that's why PCA does this for efficiently. And after implementing the PCA on your data set, all the principal components are independent of one another. There is no correlation among them. First thing is for removing correlation, and the second benefit is improve algorithm performance. With so many features, the performance of your algorithm will decrease. And PCA is very common way to speed up your machine learning algorithm by getting rid of correlated variable which does not contribute in decision making. Okay. And another benefit is reducing overfitting. Overfitting is mainly occur when there are too many variables in the data set. So PCA help in overcoming the overfitting issues by reducing the number of features, and also improve visualization. We can visualize our multiple features data set in 2D. Like it is very hard to visualize and stand understand the data in high dimension. PCA transform high dimension data into low dimension, like 2 dimension. We can transform like PCA1 and PCA2. So it can be visualized easily in that 2D. We can use 2D screen plot to see which principal component result is high variance and have more impact as compared to other PC component. As you know, you have already worked on iris dataset as thinking, and there is 4 dimension, which is hardly to visualize it. So if we perform PCA there and reduce it to 2 dimension, it is easy to visualize. Okay. Let me write only benefits of PCA. First thing is remove O. And the second thing is algorithm performance. Third thing is reducing overfitting. Final thing is improve visualization. Okay. Our next question is, let me check your comment first. Good, good. Salini, Abhishek, Ipsita. Okay. Right, you guys. Okay. Our next question is, what is OpenSet? This is our question here. Please should write your answer in the comment below. I want everyone, please write your answer. This question is recently asked in one company. Anyone? Okay, let me tell you what is OpenCV. OpenCV is a huge open source library for computer vision, machine learning, and mostly image processing. OpenCV support a wide variety of programming language like Python, C++, Java, etc. It can process image and video to identify objects, faces, or even the handwriting of human. When it is integrated with various libraries such as NumPy, which is a high optimistic library for numerical operation, then the number of weapons increase in your arena. That is, whatever operation one can do in NumPy can be combined with OpenCV. Okay. With the help of OpenCV, you can easily identify um, image in the image what is like face, objects, handwriting, even handwriting of human can be identified. Yeah. So let me write the answer for you. That is this is so important. Okay, this is for open saving, and we will move forward for our next question. Our next question is, what is deep learning? What is deep learning? Please write your answer in the comment below. Okay. Okay. Mhm. So let me tell you what is deep learning. You can say deep learning is a machine learning technique that construct artificial neural networks to mimic the structure and function of human brain, as all you know. In in practice, deep learning, also known as deep structure learning or hierarchical learning, use a large number of hidden layers, typically more than six, but often much higher, of non-linear processing of extract feature from data and transform the data into different levels of abstraction. As an example, assume the input data a matrix of pixels. The first layer typically abstract the pixel and recognize the edge of the features in the image. And the next layer might build simple features from the edge and such as leaves and branches. The next layer could then recognize a tree, and soon on, the data passing from one layer to the next considered a transformation, tuning the output of one into new from the next. Each layer corresponds with a different layer of abstraction, and machine can learn which features of the data uh, place in which layer label or it on. Like deep learning is a different from traditional shallow machine learning because it learns much deeper level of hierarchy, abstraction, and representation. Okay. So let me write it for you. This is our last question for today. We will continue from tomorrow also. Thank you all for joining us. Okay, thank you all. Thank you once again. I hope this is interesting. Have a good day.